Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Prison Break. This is the 17th episode of the 4th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click it, put the password in and enjoy. So last episode ended very interesting there with the shocking reveal that Michael's mum is actually alive. Yes, Michael and Lincoln think that the parents are both dead. They thought that obviously his mum died when he was 10 years old, and his obviously dad died when he was trying to help them get away from a home. Do you remember when he was running from the company? And now it turns out that she's worked for the company. She's kind of like leading the project, but also it looks like she's trying to steal Scylla as well. You know what I mean? It's very interesting. It was a good little twist, to be honest. And, you know, I'm excited to see how it goes, because she was using... you know, she was using the guy who obviously took Scylla from Don to be her kind of like middleman, and Lincoln and Gretchen and Cole took him out last episode. Now obviously Lincoln took his cell phone, and when he got a phone call, he picked it up, he answered it, he said, "I'm coming for you," but she never spoke on the other side, so Lincoln doesn't actually know. When she put the phone down and her acquaintance asked who was it, she said, "I think it was my son." So that was really interesting. Like I said, a good little twist. I'm excited to see what we do with that one. Now Michael, he was obviously locked up in a facility, wasn't there? Reminded me kind of a Terrence Steadman. Now a doctor was coming in, a psychiatrist I think it was, and they was basically trying to, you know, do a personality evaluation on him, and he was trying to get him to kind of join the company by his own free will. Now Michael obviously, I wouldn't say he was falling for it, but obviously this information being bombarded about his mum, you know, it's kind of playing with him a little bit. But interestingly, you know, he did manage to escape himself. You know, clever Michael used some of the chemicals, blew up like the boiler in his room, managed to obviously cuff one of them to the bed and ran off. And obviously they chased after him. Looked like they was going to come up on top. They had a gun to him, and then who come to save the day? Whoa, Sarah. Yes, she actually come driving in, bashed into the bugger, it gone and flipped, and then obviously she's grabbed Michael and they've drove off. So pretty chaotic episode, really enjoyed it. Like I said, the reveal of his mum being alive is a good twist for me, and I can't wait to see what we do with it. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Found him on the doorstep.
They lay one hand on my mama, and I swear on my life, and I stayed home. I thought we were working with these people.
I'm gonna make a call and find out what's going on.
Oh, it looks like she's still alive then. I was saying his family could have been dead.
Our deal is contingent upon the retrieval of Scylla.
Get hold of you.
If I were you, I'd be doing everything in my power to demonstrate my competence right now.
We're the ones getting Scylla.
Well, that's good to hear, because the competing party is your brother Michael. Don't worry, we have a lead on him somewhere in central Arizona. If you speak to Michael, tell him to find a very good hiding place, because if any of my men spot him, they've been given a green light.
Michael, he took the company's deal to save your life. And for what it's worth, I might have done the same thing.
Then you'd be wrong too.
I don't know, was it wrong to save him? I feel like it was the right decision, to be honest. I would have done it, I've said that already, to save a family member. Oh. They should be easy shots for an assassin.
What I'm saying is my mama, his son, his wife, we don't even know who they got on you.
That's because it's none of your business.
Company that manufactures the keys, it's called Hold Secure. Each key they produce is implanted with a computer chip. That vetting, they got a database that'll tell us exactly where each key's corresponding lock has been installed.
Ah, my Holmes man's been really good, hasn't he, this season?
Someone just tried to access Caruth's account at Hold Secure.
And what information was compromised?
We don't know yet.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Good work. We already have safeguards in place to deal with Lincoln.
I'm talking about Michael. He's coming to Miami right now.
Think of something.
Michael, we can't afford to buy a car and we can't fly.
Got it. We've got the locations of those two locks. One's in Little Havana, the other one's down by the water.
What's your problem?
Look, I need you to hear me out on this, Link.
I want my life back, and this is the only way we can do that.
I don't believe that's true. I should warn you, I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you.
Good deal with the general. You blew it. I did this for us, Michael. You, me, Sarah, LJ. So you could be with Sarah. 2 seconds. Think you're your family.
Feels like family's the only thing I can think about these days. Link, Mom is alive.
What?
It's a bombshell. It's obviously like shocking that.
You mind if I ask where you're going? Dallas? Mind if we hitch a ride? I got $100, gas money.
If you want to ride together, you're gonna have to ride back here.
I mean, at least they've got, you know, fluids, you know what I mean? Do you know what? Thinking about it, right? Can you really blame both of them for their opinions, both on the company? You can't really, can you? Like, Michael obviously wants to take the company down. He sees them as bad people, and everything that they've done does kind of highlight in that direction. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't really blame him for forming that opinion. And I believe that Lincoln believes the same as Michael, but also Lincoln's been screwed so many times, and yeah, Michael and Cole have been screwed as well, but like, his life was literally about to end, you know, because of it. None of them have been to that point, you know what I mean? He was strapped to a chair, and he just wants to be free. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I understand that both brothers are arguing with each other, but I also feel like both of them have got valid points, and, like, I can't really argue or take somebody's side because I get where they're both coming from. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, maybe the bombshell that his mum's still alive changes Lincoln's perspective on it, because right now, obviously, it seems like he's really hardcore in obviously doing it with the general. It seemed like him and Michael was kind of like, you know, not in a good place a minute ago. But then as soon as he said that, his personality or his mannerisms kind of changed. Then Michael just put the phone down. Do you know what I mean? So I'm excited to see what he does.
If Zilla really is in there, there's going to be security. I need you focused.
Oh, look at that. A picture of them. She was looking at that on the computer, wasn't she?
Someone must have known I was coming.
Gretchen said she thought that this could be an inside job. Like, your mother could have Zilla.
Again, do you know what I mean? We want to know the true intentions. What does she want to do with it?
I saw medical reports. Said she had the same diagnosis I did. And company doctors operated on her too.
But maybe they done the same thing to her that she done to you.
Cabin in the woods after they were done.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it was over her head.
Or maybe she didn't care. Anyway, I'm just surprised the general waited so long to drop this bomb on us. But now the game has changed.
Yeah, now he thinks you might be useful.
Maybe the best way for Michael to do it is to go in and pretend that he wants to be part of them.
He possesses the most gifted mind of any man I've ever encountered. What's going on?
Goodbye, Jonathan.
Technically, he should be dead, but we didn't really see if he had enough time to get out of it. The guy could have blew that up straight away, to be honest, as soon as he got away. But I think the general's still alive anyway, personally.
You're right, they got Zilla back there somewhere. You walk in there, reeking that cop stink, you won't last a second.
That's why you're going in.
May I help you?
Some various research on various different kinds of Caribbean religions. And perhaps you could stop back there where you do your services.
Only the pure of soul may venture inside.
I cannot let you pass.
I suggest that you continue your research elsewhere.
Do you remember anything about that day?
I was 4 years old.
I mean, if I found out my mom was...
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, she's not my mom. She's just someone in the way of my freedom, all right?
You know, the outlook on it, right? I do kind of get it as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, right? Your mum, as you know her, has died. So, like, this person that you're seeing 25 years in the future is a randomer. It actually is. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you was 10 or 5 years old or whatever, and your mum just disappeared, and then you just met her again when you was 35, 40, like, is she really your mum? I don't know. I mean, technically, they're blood related, but she's not, is she? She's just another person. And to be honest, if you're looking in his situation, again, I keep going back to it, where he's been screwed over and life ending and always on the run, and then you got this person who turns up, she's just another object in the way, as he's kind of saying. But also, you look at his mum's situation, you know, it could have been the Michael one. She could have had this thing that was wrong with her. They did say that somebody is, you know, they've done it successfully once before. Now Michael's the second one. And like, I'm thinking it's her, and what they've done is they've got in, she's gone to the camp, they've kind of like, not brainwashed her, but like recruited her. And then obviously they basically said, you know, for your children's sake, you're best going away. Or they could have cut a deal. They could have said, look, mate, you know, if we don't do the operation, you're dead. So your kids are going to have no parents. Or we could save you, and your kids can have no parents anyway, but you could be alive. So either way, do you know what I mean? Michael and Lincoln are both going to be without a mum, but you're going to be alive. You know what I mean? I'd rather be alive and knowing that they're safe with somebody else than be dead and not know what my kid's happening. So again, it's a tough situation. I would like to know, obviously, how they was recruited, because the dad was working for them as well, but then he decided to change his mind. Or did they? Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't really truly know. As far as we know, he did try and take the company down, but why? Why did he split from the mum?
So on my 6th birthday, Mom hands me my present. I just know it's the Millennium Falcon. I rip open the wrapping paper, and it's a birdhouse.
Oh, no.
We sat there together, put it together piece by piece, and it was the first thing I ever built. And I loved it. And she knew I would. Even though I haven't seen her for 23 years, there's this part of me that feels like maybe she still does.
Your truck looks a little low to the ground. You mind stepping outside?
I just got weighed 20 miles back.
I need you to follow me back to Phoenix.
Oh, I gotta get this load to Dallas.
They just kill anyone, don't they? They're not even bothered.
What about the main door?
You'll never get that open. I'm sure it's latched from the outside. I don't think we're gonna be able to move this. Maybe we won't have to.
Helicopter with a medic took off from company headquarters in Los Angeles, landed for 2 minutes in Canyon Country, and now it's back in Los Angeles. We need to start dealing with the consequences.
Wait.
Do you mind putting me on speaker?
She's just gonna tell this guy to kill him.
Now what?
You know anyone from Florida who came up to visit?
No.
How did they take this picture in front of that car?
We didn't. This is a 78 Zephyr. Michael was born in 76.
That's really smart, that, actually.
Okay, 441.
Martin Luther King Boulevard intersects with Route 441 about 5 miles north of here. You got a lead on the buyer.
Hey, what are we waiting for? I think I'm gonna do this myself.
The buyer. We think it's Lincoln's mother.
Like I said, I'm doing this myself.
Your mother is a company agent?
She was. She might be one of the good guys now.
With all due respect, I don't think we're in a place where
Nobody
you can make a
knows.
clear determination
Literally,
about that.
nobody knows. You know what, right? I don't know. I'm kind of with my horns on this one. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is the coincidence that she would make a picture and leave it there purposely? You know, it's obvious that that was left there for them to find. And then, obviously, if you know your cars from back then, you would know that that make and model was out after Michael was born. Yeah, the picture obviously there, she's pregnant. So Lincoln knows that that's falsified and doctored. And the only other thing that you could actually see in there is a number plate. And obviously you type it in, you get some things. I don't know, like, does she want him to meet him? Does she want him to find it? You know what I mean? Because like I said, she's been in this position bare times before where, like, she could have watched and monitored all her lives. You know what I mean? Like, why is she using now to obviously reveal herself? Or is it because obviously they're getting too close without her actually wanting it, and that she's going to have to just be forced to obviously say, look, I'm alive, you know what I mean? And then kind of, I don't know, approach both of them in different ways. He's clever, Michael, isn't he?
There are people out looking for us. We need to start thinking in terms of contingencies. General Krantz refused to adjust when there were credible threats against him. That's the reason we have Scylla now.
And I appreciate your efforts. But if you can't tell the difference between he and I, perhaps you need to ask the General for your old job back. Jonathan!
Good afternoon, Christina. Where are you, Christina?
Johannesburg, where...
I've had some of my contacts in your area check out your house. There's no one home.
I don't like your tone, Jonathan.
Excuse me if I sound a bit abrasive, but it's been a while since anyone's tried to kill me. Where are you?
Why don't you gather up the brain trust, that half-witted daughter and your psychotic mistress? Why don't you get together and figure out where Scylla is?
I mean, he was definitely thinking that she's in on it, but, you know, he can't really point a finger yet. He's got no evidence on it.
Mr. Burroughs, may I escort you to your table?
You haven't changed a bit. I know it wasn't the most straightforward mode of communication, but I had to be sure it was you.
At least now I know where Michael gets it from. Where's Scylla?
That's all I can tell you for right now. I would have thought you wanted to know the truth.
I know the truth. You work for the company. The same people that set me up for murder. 23 years and not even an apology.
If I thought an apology would do any good, I would offer it. Leaving you two boys was the hardest thing I ever did.
Then you went off and worked for the company.
You think you know what the company is, but you don't. And right now it is bloodthirsty and war-hungry. But what if a woman, a mother, ran it? I used to say I couldn't protect you then, but let me protect you now. What if General Krantz were no longer in the picture? But I need time, Lincoln. I need 2 days to...
See what I mean? That's what he wants. He's only doing it to be free.
I can't risk being seen with you until all of this is over.
He's going to get taken or something. Do you know what I mean? He's going to be locked away so that he can't be caught, so then she can't be caught. Oh no, she just let him go.
We're slowing down. I think we're getting off the highway.
Almost ready.
Would you grab that strap over there?
See, another thing like that, I was saying last episode, you know, when Michael ran out the house, and I was saying, do you know what he should do? He should wait there, and they're going to run off, and then obviously he's there free to look around. The same again, you know, he's jumped out, and then as this guy's getting out, they kind of maneuvered himself to the front, so this guy's looking out in the distance, and they've double backed around and just got in and just drove off. Do you know what I mean? That would have been good, but it's tough for Lincoln. Do you know what I mean? Again, all he wants is his life back, and obviously he's got questions about his mum. His mum was like, look mate, you know, if I thought that an apology would have been useful, then I would give it, but the fact is, it's knowing, like, even if I didn't, I wasn't going to accept it. You know what I mean? Like, the fact is, I could see how sincere you was and that you fully meant it. You've not just said, oh, sorry. Do you know what I mean? Like, you had meaning behind it, and I could tell you was emotional and you fully meant it. Then it might, later down the line, hold a bit of weight. Do you know what I'm saying? Right now, not. But obviously, you know, you don't just not do things. If you are sorry, just get it out there, because later down the line, it may help you. But Lincoln, like I said, he's doing everything he can to make sure that him and his son is safe. And now she's put it on the table. And who do you trust? I don't know. You've not seen your man for 20 odd years. You know, you got Krantz here, you know, pulling deals all over the place. And also, he's kind of like blackmailing you in certain situations. It's tough, mate, but 2 days, it's not really too long. You can kind of play Krantz, can't you? You can say, I'm searching, I'm looking, I've got this, I've got that, just wait, and then obviously see who actually is more beneficial for him.
We're not going against any additional people in there. We wait until they come back out.
All right.
Maybe they never come back out.
Really the buyer? I hope he understands that if I need to take her out to get to Scylla, I'm not going to hesitate to kill her.
He loves it done, doesn't he?
If I'm gonna be in a foxhole with you, I need to know that you have my back. Miss Burroughs has the item, and the only way to get it is to kill her. What is your move?
I pull the trigger.
Homeland Security.
We're investigating a cruelty to animal charge.
Referring to ritual slaughters of chickens. Okay, that might be allowed where you come from, but here in America, that's no mas.
If there aren't any chickens, there aren't any chickens, but we're not gonna know that until we take a look around.
You, come on. Let's go outside until...
Oh, that guy's eyes look like he was scared. Oh, he was quick there, Teabag.
That's not a very heavenly thing to do.
On anything? Oh, yeah.
Come here. Both of you. I told you not to come in here.
Well, did they really get any good information from that? Do you know what I mean? What was on that card? Would you go for his head or his hand to knock the gun out? Or his back?
The general should know by now not to mess with us.
The general didn't send me.
Who did?
He knows it's his mum. I was gonna say that. How's he died?
Lincoln!
Christina's promised to get rid of Krantz.
I think she's lying.
I know it sounds crazy, but she said she's gonna change the company and how it operates.
She said after 2 days, that's when she would make the change. Take a look at the date on that laminate. 2 days away. You think that's just a coincidence?
I need to talk to her.
She asked you not to come back, Link. That's a warning.
That is true. He's gone back. She said that she can't be seen near him. He's probably gonna get taken or something or knocked out.
Lincoln's back at the plaza. You found the mansion. This guy's got the stash at the church.
I told them to stay away.
Not gonna green light him being shot, surely.
Christina, we have a clean shot.
Take it.
Mate, it has to end there, the episode. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's one of the biggest cliffhangers that we've had. Honestly, Lincoln's mum, who's obviously just been reintroduced last episode, here trying to head up the company and now giving green lights to take Lincoln out. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Now, also, if you think about it, right, Lincoln actually went there for, like, giving her the benefit of the doubt, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, yes, she did tell him to not come there, and I was saying that, you know, he should technically have listened. Mahomes did say it was a warning, and obviously if he gets shot, then it clearly was a warning, don't come back, you know what I mean? But like, if you look at the whole situation is, they believe that she's lying, and Lincoln kind of trusted her, that, you know, she'll take out Krantz and then he'll be okay. But they was trying to say, look mate, you know, 2 days here, she said lay low, but then in 2 days, the key card and, so to speak, these weapons, the dates kind of like correlate. It's not really going to just take out General Kranz. And does it really matter if her intentions was to take all the machine guns and take 50 armored guards and go in and shoot the whole building down, like, to get possession of the company? Does that really affect Lincoln in any way, shape or form if the outcome's going to be she's in charge and he can then be free? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's all he ever wanted. And regardless of how she gets to that top, does that matter to him? Now, one thing that we need to keep remembering, because, you know, at first it was introduced and it was in our face all of the way and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I totally forgot that the whole story was to try and take down the company. Do you know what I mean? We was fully, heavily involved in Scylla. First few episodes, it was get the key, Scylla this, Scylla that, break in, get it, who's got it, who's the buyer. Then, obviously, we kind of like moved over to take the company down. And I was like, oh yeah, do you know what, mate? I totally forgot. But that's what we was there to do, you know, take the company down. That's been the whole plan for ages. But because so much has been going on, I've been focused over, you know, like aspects of the show. I totally forgot that that was the objective. And then now we're coming here, do you know what I mean? And now it's like, who's heading Scylla? Do you know what I mean? I mean, who's heading the company? Is it going to be General Kranz? Is it going to be Christina? Do you know what I mean? Like, they're fighting kind of like against each other. What side's Lincoln going to be on? What side's Michael going to be on? And at the end of the day, again, I've totally forgot about Scylla. You know what I mean? So it was Scylla, forgot about the company, and that's the company forgetting about Scylla. Like, what's she going to do with it? Nobody's told us yet. That's the thing. I always feel like Mushroom, do you know what I mean? Fed on shit and left in the dark, you know what I mean? All the time. I never really know what anybody's true intentions are. I can see it. I know what they like. They want to get something and it's important and they're gonna go all out to do it, like Whistler in his book, and we never was told. I mean, we figured it out, but every time he was saying, it's not what it seems, let me explain, you know what I mean? Like, I'm this, I'm that. It's like, mate, just tell us. Do you know what I mean? I'm hanging on it for their life waiting. And that's the same with this, you know what I mean? Is General Kranz good? Is she good? What do they both want to do with it? We've been told like what he can actually do and all this power that he can possess, but like, did he want it for good? Did he want it for bad? Personal gain? Personal wealth? Destroy the world? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So like, we're focusing on saving each other's lives and getting freedom, but then we also need to focus in on this and what they're doing, and obviously everybody putting wars against each other. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think tomorrow's episode we're going to start opening the most liked and disliked characters of the season, so if you're interested in that, please do get looking in tomorrow's description, because those votes will be open and your results on mine will be shown in the final episode of the season. And we've had new characters introduced recently as well, so I think it's just a perfect time to get the ball rolling. Now, obviously, I was just speaking about Lincoln's mother there. You know what I mean? At the start of the episode, him and Michael was clearly on different wavelengths, and then obviously the bomb was dropped that his mum was possibly still alive. He's gone to look at a location, he's found a picture, he's decoded it, he's figured out obviously that, you know, it's a doctored one, that the car that was obviously in the picture was obviously manufactured after Michael's birth. Yeah, obviously in the picture, Michael is still in his mother's wound. He's gone and met her, he's spoken to her. She said, look, I want to run the company, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be good, you know what I mean? She basically said, look, if you take General Kranz out, you know, imagine the company run by a mother. Now, personally, I was thinking, what the hell has that got to do with anything? Like literally, like, what even is it the company's objective? You know, right now they just look like they go around and kill anybody. You look like you go around and kill anybody, you know? At the end of the episode, looks like you're going to go and kill your son. So, at the end of the day, right, my opinion on you is probably worse than it is in General Kranz, because you're saying that, you know, you left your kids to favour them, but then obviously you left them, work for the company, and then willing to kill them. You know what I mean? At least he's not killed his own daughter yet. So I'm interested to see what we do with her, because I don't think that Lincoln's going to get killed. I mean, I'd be very, very interested to see him get shot, though. That's what I would like, because then Lincoln will know that his mum can't be trusted, and you know, then it would be crazy, because it's like, can you trust the general, or do I trust my mother? You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean, do I fight both of them? Like, where do I go from here? Do you know what I mean? That's really interesting. Again, like I said, they found some cards, they found some weapons. You know, like, she's probably going to go in and try and shoot them up. I mean, to be honest, she tried to kill General Kranz this episode. She absolutely failed. Now, the person that she was using had so many situations where they could have killed him. They was riding in the car together. He could have just got his weapon and bang, 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 dead. There we go. Do you know what I mean? Okay, you might have got a bit of blood there. What's the difference between pulling the trigger here and pressing the button there? Do you know what I mean? First of all, he got in his vehicle, left too far, and you know, waited to blow the car up as if like he wasn't going to try and escape. And he didn't even lock the doors as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, complaining.com, swear down. Do you know what I mean? So, guys locked him in the car, drove too far away before blowing it up, didn't even lock the vehicle, and he's obviously managed to... Actually, I've got to give the general credit, mate. The guy decided to get something to cut the seat belt to obviously free himself. I thought that was decent. I don't think I've ever seen that done before, and I think it was pretty decent, to be honest. I liked it. So he's jumped out the vehicle, he's managed to get a distance away before it's been blown up. He's obviously got some injuries. He's been airlifted away. He's took back to his, obviously, location. Now he's ready to work on another plan to go after Christina. I think that obviously he knows that it's her. He was questioning her. He was like, you know, in Johannesburg, we've had people come to your house. She was questioning him. Call me when you got Scylla. She's obviously got it as well. Do you know what I mean? Those people are kind of going rogue against him. People are going missing. His daughter as well. What's she doing? Why was she giving dingy information last episode? Is she working with Christina? Who knows, mate? It's going to be interesting to find out. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.